Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine everything you see, your phone, your job, your ambitions, even your identity, is only a shadow, a reflection, a copy of something far more real but invisible. Now ask yourself, what if reality isn't what you think it is? Today, we step into the mind of Plato, one of the greatest philosophers in history, and explore one of the most powerful ideas ever conceived, the theory of forms. This is not just philosophy. This is a lens that can change how you see truth, success, beauty, and even yourself. Let's begin with something simple. Look around you, everything is constantly changing. Buildings decay, trends fade, opinions shift, even your own thoughts evolve. Now ask, can something that constantly changes truly be real? Plato says, no. Because true reality must be permanent, unchanging, perfect, but the world we live in, it's unstable, imperfect, temporary. So Plato draws a bold conclusion. The physical world is not the ultimate reality. It is only a shadow of a deeper truth. Plato introduces a radical idea. There are two worlds. One, the physical world, what we see, touch, and experience, imperfect and constantly changing too. The world of forms, invisible, eternal, perfect, the true reality. Let's make this practical. Think of a chair. Every chair you've ever seen is different. Some are broken, some are stylish, some are uncomfortable, yet you still recognize them all as chairs. Why? Because in your mind, there is a perfect concept of chairness. That perfect idea. That is the form of a chair. Plato argues, all physical chairs are imperfect copies of that perfect form. This is where it gets deeper. According to Plato, the form is more real than the object. Let that sink in. The chair you sit on is less real than the idea of a chair. Why? Because the physical chair will break the idea of a chair will not, so what is truly real, not what you see, but what never changes. Plato illustrates this with one of the most famous stories in history, the Allegory of the cave. Imagine prisoners chained inside a cave. They have been there since birth. They cannot turn their heads. All they see are shadows projected on a wall. To them, the shadows are reality. Now imagine one prisoner escapes. He steps outside and sees the real world, the sun. Objects, truth. At first it blinds him, it hurts, it confuses him. But eventually he understands. The shadows were never real. Now here's the twist. When he returns to the cave to tell others, they reject him. They laugh, they resist. Why? Because truth is uncomfortable. Now let's bring this into today's world. We are not in a cave, but are we really free? Think about social media illusions, filtered lifestyles, online identities, viral trends. We scroll through shadows every day. We compare ourselves to projections. We chase things that are not real. Likes instead of meaning, image instead of truth, validation instead of purpose. Plato would argue, we are still in the cave. Only now the shadows are digital. So what are the most important forms? Plato highlights three. One, the form of beauty, not physical attractiveness, but true beauty, unchanging and universal. Two, the form of justice, not laws, but perfect fairness. Three, the form of the good. This is the highest form. It is the source of all truth, all knowledge, all existence. It is like the sun in the allegory of the cave. Without it, nothing can be understood. This is not just theory, it's a challenge. Plato is asking you, are you living in illusion or truth? Are you chasing shadows or substance? Are you thinking or just reacting? Because most people never leave the cave. The theory of forms is not just about philosophy. It's about awakening. It's about realizing reality is deeper than appearances. Truth requires effort, and understanding requires courage. As Plato reminds us, the journey from illusion to truth is painful but necessary. So the question is, will you stay in the cave or will you step into the light?